Okay, I just realized hey, by the way, I just realized I needed to make this connection a little bit clearer. The idea for the 4 and the 6 connecting, obviously I like to draw it kind of sideways because then it looks like E and it can also be 9. But the square root of 3 is in the center of the same 4 and 4. And this is the 1. The 1 connects them. And so, and then you got like the square root is a 1 of, it would fit in here. That's the Taylor expansion thing for the coherence to go back into the super cool information, which is related to causal. Man, I realized this is Beckstein bound. 4 pi. Remember how I was talking about 6 factorial and 4 pi are basically the same thing. That's where it meets up. It's probably why it's 4 on the Beckstein bound. But also, I was like 4 and 4. Oh, that's like 8. Okay, and that's a step from the dimer. I don't know that it's 2 bits, but it's some sort of weird, interesting relationship. Because 808 step. Now, get this. This is crazy. I mean, even more crazy than usual. Right? And we already talked about gamma and this weird thing that you can do in here. Creates 4.8, blah, blah, blah. A4 and 48 bookends inside of 2389, which turns into 2, and is verified 2, 3, 9, because it's a difference in 7 factorial, and you probably guys are probably getting tired as hell of this. I just don't ever know what people have seen. This is so wild. This is a Sapirski gasket, which is Ln of what, son? Ah! Get out of here. Get out of here, man. What? Man. How you gonna tell me that doesn't relate to the unit circle? How you gonna tell me all these prime numbers aren't gonna be tied to the exact stuff right here? The half line is on, you might have seen the video, the half line is 60 degrees, and the monster group symmetry is at 60 and 30, and then square root of 3 is the scalar for the small one, and it equals the long one. Get out of here, man. Come on. What is that? It's the same numbers at the cost structure of the kinesin. The step is 8 nanometers long and it's 5 nanometers wide. You saw me a second ago. If you watched the other videos in my white shirt this morning, looking all, I just crawled out of a car or something. You saw my thing where I was talking about we have to make sure we get maximum, and this isn't exact, but this is the cytoskeleton, the spectrin expansion of the honeycomb, which is why I was drawing it in relationship to a flower earlier. I just like that. I'm not even saying it's shaped like that. I just think it's a cool way to think about it. Obviously, if it's stretching out, it's getting narrower. But the point that I was getting at is this 192. What is it? It's 9, which I've already talked about being 9 in the beginning. 9, 1, 9, 2. Okay? Right here. What is that? Obviously, that's a progression. 9, 1, 9, 2. Wouldn't be surprised if that was the progression past that's opposite. Progression past pi over 90, which is the resonant root structure. So this is right past it. What is it? That's the that's the cesium refraction, which is the 2,9. Dude, this number is wild, bro. You got, because remember 7, S2, dude, 2, okay, yeah. And then what happens when you take these two numbers out. You get 49, which is what? 7 squared. What the fuck? Obviously 3 that. You could also tie that right back into 1/3. And then, 13. Okay. Now you're really getting out of control, bro. Getting out of control. Get it together. The cesium has that spectroscopic wavelength or refraction or whatever the hell at that number, which is what carbon. I might have to have you guys wait because I might have to go get a book. I'm so sorry, but I'm sure you guys won't mind. I hope not. If you're with me this far, you're willing to put up with stuff. So thank you so much for being here. This is important, guys. This is really important. And if you're working on this with me, God bless you. Seriously. Please help as much as you can. Don't send me Prozac. Please send me some collaboration. Right. And so that, again, it's just the E7 dimensions is 1, 3, 3. We're going from E7 to E8 to complete the square root 2 symmetries and then tie into the superfluid, which is going to be, I'm sorry. It's going to be tied to this because you saw me earlier talking about, and we've talked about it before, but we have to tie the potential energy to the kinetic energy. It's got to be bigger, guys. Our potential energy has to be bigger, which means that our self-optimized, universal, and local, because self is the coherent structure of the neural correlate sheavings, tied to the optimization or the total coherence with the universal versus local, which is what I've been describing. We get messed up because we lose our ability to sense the local, and the external structure of the periodicity in our environment literally begins to be a big wall for our ability to connect to the universal. And that's what we're fixing so we can survive this. It's impossible. I cannot instantiate the level of fear that I should have, or that we all should have, for what is going on. That would be debilitating. So let's just focus on the positives. We're making progress. I hope you guys are making progress. And have a great day.